Hello everyone, let's talk about builds, and today we'll be going over Venomess. This will be a critical hit chance build that sends out great heals over time as well as damage over time throughout any boss encounters. So if you just wanted a brief overview of what the class looked like, here is the class. That's the end of the video. If you want some reason as to why you want this build, then just stick to the end. Starting off with sets. The armor that we're going to use is the Cerebral armor set. To gain the Cerebral defense as well as the brain matter armor pieces, you can do that by defeating the Dread Legion. I have a guide on how to beat the Dread Legion boss solo. To gain the Cerebral Eye as the third piece of the set, you could get that by crafting it at the engineer located in Market Row within Skylight. So some notable pieces required to obtain the accessory, the Cerebral Eye, is that you need pristine Shadow Warp Spectra as well as pristine Unstable Spectra, which are obtained by completing Shadow as well as Chaos Imbuement dungeons within the game. I recommend doing the repository on the highest available difficulty, as this will give you both money as well as the best materials for upgrading your weapons and getting this equipment. This is currently a level 29 armor set. In the future, gaining higher level pieces will scale with the sphere level. Why the Cerebral set? Well, its bonus gives an additional 10% to resilience, crit rating, and ability power. Resilience is the icing on the cake in this build, as you will want to get the crit rating and the ability power to make this build as great as possible. Going into abilities, what you want to do is put 2 points into transfusion, as you get this ability often and it's a great way to get quick burst heals in. Make note of the heal over time effect that you'll get by hitting poison targets with this ability, as it will play a big role later in the self-healing. I also place 2 points into venom thrusters, as I like the reduced damage. I find myself not using this ability as much because I'll dodge. However, if you tend to like this ability, you can invest 1 more point into slowing those enemies down. I place 1 point into Vampiric Blast, that I find myself using this mostly for heals. You may not always have poison clouds on enemies, and this build is more tailored to critical hits than healing. I place 2 points into Deep Breath for nice heals over time as well as additional bonus damage. Going into infinities, I'll place 15% into Focus for increased critical chance on poison target, as well as placing a Venom Cloud on them. And 14%, it will be 15% whenever the patch for the remaining point comes out, into Discipline, so you get 1% healing every second on your health while standing on a poison cloud. If you want, you could go for 5% into Instinct and 8% into Discipline to get more poison damage out of your damage over time abilities for the time being until the patch comes. My weapon of choice is the Harvest Moon. This weapon is actually insane. The weapon's ability gives bonus of damage to you for all marked enemies and for your teammates for enemies marked with the opposite buff. So teammates using weapons like the Tempest or strong abilities will see insane damage increases. This will also generate poison on enemies quicker with her passive Master of Venoms. Coupling this with her mastery tree of Inspiring Flourish just makes for a great time seeing boss bars melt. As for echoes, the boss echoes I use is the first echo, as you'll get reliable damage and set increase, along with the Dread Legion's echo that gives you 25% ability damage. Good alternates would be the Equilibrium echo that gives plus 30 into stamina, or the Trickster echo. However, the Trickster echo is not always going to proc, so I find myself using something like the Dread Legion. As for my other echoes, I aim to scale my critical power, my critical rating, my resilience, and my ability power as high as I can while maintaining a decent max health for bossing. My current artifact is the artifact obtained by the first, which gives a 5% buff to abilities. And now that I've finally finished farming out the Cerebral set, I'll be working towards gaining more artifacts to give you better insight. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and I'll see you on the next one. And in the end, I'll have footage of me playing boss encounters so you can see just how good this set is. Alright, it looks like I'll be doing this boss solo. So let's see how much damage I can get out. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. I blame that on the lightning. I blame that on the lightning. Time for round 2. It happened right at the exact same moment. It's lag, right? I call that lag. They lag switched me. Dang. Got me so good that I went backwards. Round 2. Fight! Now, time for everybody's favorite boss. As you can see, I'm already dying. So this one is a fail. JK. JK. Let's go. Let's go. That wasn't even that good. Wait till next phase.
I've been waiting for this.
Every time. It's too much damage before I can even do everything. Okay. I'm a butterfly. But I'll show you how to be it next time.
Hold your breath.
Will you be waiting for anybody? No. Don't fall. He fell. Alright, let's go. He fell again? Alright, I will not be late. Yeah. Good job, guys. Showcase the power of friends. So much and I still forget to use the butterfly effect. Alright, I'm gonna remember this next time.
your breath.